Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX. I'm Devika Chopra. A discussion has been held in the Arise School Education Conference 2024, which had the theme of Learning Revolution, Breaking Boundaries and Building Futures. There were discussions held on the use of AI as a learning tool in a bid to enhance student learning and revolution in the education industry. Let's quickly listen in to what the dignitaries at the event had to say.
स्कूल था, अभी उसमें से 85 नए स्कूल्स बने हैं। केंद्रीय विद्यालय खोलने की एक कंटिन्यूस प्रोसेस है। ये राज्यों की विषय है।
So that is one of the reasons for this conference that we are having, is to how to inculcate technology and AI, and at the same time not get completely bogged down by them. So the machine AI cannot control us, and we need to control it. So therefore, we need to educate ourselves and our future generations on how to take advantage of technology, not let AI take advantage of us. That's one of the reasons why this conference is on today. So while virtual use and technological tools are absolutely necessary, because as I said, they help you save time, and there's a lot of research work that can be done. Nevertheless, we must be cognizant of the fact that we cannot allow AI to overtake us. And you're absolutely right, AI is beginning to become a little bit heavy on the human mind, but we need to take corrective action on that, and we need to take advantage of AI, not let AI take advantage of us.
Today we live in the era of technology. We are in a knowledge economy. What is important is to create the right kind of tools and platforms and also content which then can be disseminated through technology to a wide variety of students, not just in India but also around the world. And that, I think, is what going to bring equity going forward, that you don't have to restrict yourself to a particular school or a particular environment, but sitting wherever you have access to right information, which is created in these kind of schools and then disseminated to everybody. One very important aspect we all have to understand is that when we talk about K to 12 education, kindergarten to grade 12, this is the age of growing up. We are not just creating robots by filling information in their minds, we're also nurturing human beings. It's a social activity. So while technology can help us a lot on the information piece, we still need environments and communities to learn from each other. It used to be said in the past, it takes a village to raise a child. Today that village has shrunk, even the families have shrunk. They're nuclear families. So schools have to come in and provide that ecosystem so that a child can nurture into a good human being. So the schools in the brick and mortar format will always be needed, shall always be there.
The way AI is there today, it's very useful for teachers. Teachers are adults, so they can make their choices on how to use AI. So there is research that 10 to 12 hours of time saving can happen for teachers per week in a classroom. And just imagine the kind of time available for these teachers to be able to help students who need actual support in whether it be in the curriculum itself or it can be in the mental well-being of children, the support that is required. So a lot of this savings can really be used for teachers in the classroom. And regarding students, so I am not yet very comfortable with students using AI. So I think only ChatGPT has, in my experience, ChatGPT has reasonable guardrails which I have used extensively. Others we don't know yet, but it is the time for creation of guardrails. I think the governments need to come together, think tanks need to come together and work with the LLM providers or create a LLM for India itself and provide all these guardrails so that children need not go and look up inappropriate content, or there could be some cases of biases that can go against the values of our country, or the human values itself.
See, to me, technology has to be a facilitator. I hope it continues to be a facilitator. There is no talk about replacing teacher, because some people do discuss about it. I'm against it. Technology can help enormously in making child understand concepts which are otherwise very difficult. It can be learning can be an entertaining process, and to that extent, technology will continue to play an important role. And in the coming years, teachers will be enabled through technology to carry on the tasks which were hitherto considered to be a drudgery. They can do it much easier, and for the child also, the recipient, it will be much, much beneficial. I am an old man. I don't know much about artificial. I have always believed in actual, but I'm sure whatever little that I know about artificial intelligence is going to play an important role. Here again, I would like to believe that artificial intelligence will play the role of a facilitator, not a replacer. If it becomes a replacer, then it would be difficult, because the human element is extremely, extremely important in education.
India is witnessing a major change and revolution in the education sector. And talking about the education sector, we are joined by Vinesh Menon, the Director General and CEO of Arise. Sir, thank you so much for talking with NewsX.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So first of all, I wanted to ask you that why is it important to talk about the education sector, to have these press conferences, and to talk about the technological changes that are happening in the education sectors as of now, talking about AI, the virtual use and everything?
Well, I think the answer is pretty simple. I think the world is changing, India is changing, and we are moving at a very, very rapid pace. I think the new generation of children today they don't study or learn like the old generation of the children that we used to have. And also, I think if you look at the sheer population of the country, nearly about close to 30 crore of our 140 crore population goes to schools and they study. So that's nearly 25 to 28% of our population. So I think it is very, very important to start developing modules and mechanisms and innovate the way education is taught. So with this changing pace of education, with the changing kind of the way the evolution of the children are happening, I think it is very, very important now to start having a system which starts bringing people together to see how to make those changes at a constant pace. Also, India is very unique. The world over, not more than 6% of the children go to private schools. And most of them go to the government schools. But in India, it is the reverse. We almost have 40 to 48 to 50% of our children going to private schools. And those private schools are just hardly about 375,000 of the 1.4 million schools that exist in India. So clearly there is a tectonic shift that's happening in this country. And I think with the National Education Policy coming in 2020, with the advent of EdTech and online platforms coming in, I think there is a dire need to start understanding the way the space works, and understand how we can bring in that technological revolution in education, but not let go of the roots and the culture and the softer skills that every child should have as they grow up.
So talking about Arise, you are in the sector for a very long time as of now. So talking about the involvement of the government. So what all help you are getting right now from the government in terms of, in terms of areas, in terms of education, in terms of the facilities that government is providing as of now?
I think it would be unfair to say that we should expect the government to provide something. I think the government is the regulatory body or the ministry under which all of us have to run our education institutions. And therefore, I think, if you really ask me what is it that they are doing and what is it that we expect them to do, is to really understand us and listen to us, especially while making policies, while framing policies. I think they need to understand both sides of the sector. The government is currently heavily involved in the government schools, which are nearly about 1.2 million, nearly 12 lakhs. But there is another sector of private schools, which are about close to 3.5 to 4 lakhs, which are also catering to the needs of nearly 50% of the children who are going to school. So when that kind of numbers are being talked about, I think the government has to be very, very, they have to be very aware that there is a framework that comes out there which cannot be taken by both the government schools and the private schools. So how do we create that perfect balance between the two is something that the government needs to do, and I'm sure they're doing it. They're already looking at it. And not to forget the whole NEP 2020 that the government has brought in after 34 years is something which is phenomenal, because I think the way the points have been put together, the policies and the guidelines are very, very effective. of course, it needs to be implemented, and that's what is happening right now.
Yeah, sir, lastly, what message will you give to the students and also to the teachers in the education sector right now? Because it is very important for the students also to understand the use of AI and to understand the use of technologies also. Because right now the misuse is being happening of the AI very much. So what will be the one message that you will provide to the students as well as to the teachers?
I think students, I'm nobody to give a message because they'll give a message to me. They are digital natives and they understand AI and technology far more than we all do. And I think they really know how to harness that. My only message to them is don't let go of the humanization of yourself. Rehumanize in this world of AI and technology, because it is very easy to fall prey to fake news. It is very easy to fall prey to deep fake. And these things can kind of navigate your mind, and it can get you to understand things in a very different perspective, which should not be the case. So always be watchful about things which may not be real, because that can be brought in by the whole technology and artificial intelligence that's happening. To the teachers, my only message is we are now living in an era where there's enough information around. I think the teacher's role is now changing from that of, there is a famous saying, you're no longer a sage on the stage, you're more of a guide on the side. So your job, in fact, is going to get more important, because their job is to really evoke questions in the children. Their job is to guide them and navigate them to be able to balance between technology and the humaneness of how to exist in this country. And I think their job is to really be more of a mentor, coach, provide responses when the students ask them, rather than pushing points across into them, which I think is happening. So the teachers of today are also starting to change heavily with the times. I think during the COVID, we noticed a very, very big shift in the way the teachers decided to get flexible and absorb technology and move from a physical learning to an online learning. I think for teachers to do that is fantastic. So I think the teacher of tomorrow would know how to handle physical and online and make it into a good combined hybrid learning kind of a model.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank